Hello, welcome to Friday, September 1st, the beginning of my weekend, and as if I hadn't received enough wonderful stuff in the mail this week already, I get home to another package. And this is a Kickstarter reward that I'd backed a while ago. So, I have a number of those that I know I'm waiting on and will eventually arrive. I'm going to open this up. It's a book, Gods and Goddesses, and I believe, if I remember this one correctly, that this is one by, that involves some of the artists that were on 5th edition. So, I pretty much backed it with the idea of, hey, this is going to be good art. Plus, D&D book amongst. I will win. The package will lose. Aha! I win! Book. Gods and Goddesses. For 5th edition. Glare of the Light. But yeah, 16 rich histories provided for each god and goddess, which can be used to enhance any 5th edition game experience. Stats and abilities for each god and goddess avatar. Full-page artwork, divine domains for clerics, and sacred oaths for paladins. So that's one of the big things in here is they're treating it like if you use these deities, it's basically the idea that each one has their own domain and oath and that kind of thing to go along with it. And it is by Jetpack 7. Cellophane off. Ooh. I may eventually do a actual review of the book. I may not. I don't know. But just a quick look here at some of the artwork we have. And I know you can get it as a PDF. It is printed nice, so that's a good thing. Anyways, it has I'm not going to pronounce any of them. I'm just going to show you. It's basically their real world, real existing. Not real. They're from Earth mythology kind of stuff. So, Baba Yaga, Hecate, Shiva, are ones that I recognize. Fuji. But, they're all from that and bringing that in there. And, in addition, because I backed it on Kickstarter, let's see. You can find my name right there. Jadekine Gaming Adam. Because that is how I've just started to, reference myself. If they'll let me put my YouTube name with it, I do. Jadekine Gaming as well. But yeah, so I have a new book to look over. I'm not sure when I'll have a need for it, if I'll have a need for it, but I just thought it was interesting, and it was a cool looking book, and Wizards of the Coast is being too slow in producing supplements for 5th edition, so I've gotten a couple now. I have an order for outside sources, so it's something at least. But I just got home. I'm going to relax a bit. So I've had a bit of a lazy day and really just catching up on YouTube and such. Hung out with my dad yesterday, so things that I usually watch every day, now I have 2 of. Any daily show that I watch, there's 2 of now. So just catching up. And also, there was a new D&D podcast with the guy that does the articles where they put magic, where they pretty much design the magic settings to work with D&D. Listen to that because I love, I love that they do that and find out really that as much as he's a guy that I knew he was a guy that used to work on the D&D team and then moved over to the Magic the Gathering team. I didn't know that because he loves both of these things, ultimately he's actually doing all of that work and making those documents in his spare time. That is, you know, his hobby that he's doing because he doesn't have time during his work. I thought they, you know, actually, you know, dedicated time and effort. No, that's his spare time. I think they dedicate someone to edit them and that kind of thing. But that's kind of cool to find out. And of course, following up on the Bones 4 Kickstarter, we are in the last now 24 hours of that Kickstarter, and you know, it's at the point where it's getting exciting. The 48-hour notices have gone out. People are checking their emails and finding, okay, you know, here's all the stuff that's been adding. It's expanding, new fancy stuff being added, all of that. So it's cool. But it's getting late. It's not quite 7 yet. I have the next couple of days off, so I didn't really have concerns with that. But I am hungry. Yes. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Beep, 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 beep. Keys are still in. Got it. Got that. Anyways. Let's see. I am still hungry. And I do have coupons left for Jack in the Box. So I figured I'd come here and get some more burgers. I think I have another coupon that it's any burger, buy one get one, or get two for $5. So I think I can do sourdough jacks again, even though it's not specifically for it. And that's what I want to do. Sourdough jacks are good. Wish me luck. Thank you. Yeah, that was fun. So yeah, I got a couple of delicious sourdough jacks, and also had a coupon for some breakfast, like biscuit sandwiches. So I got a couple of those. One's like bacon, the other is sausage. They're cheap with the coupon, so I figured I'd try them out. So, my mom's nice. She brought me home a shake and a nephew. He's over there eating, watching YouTube. That's all you do, isn't it? At least he can hear me with them headphones. I don't know if he wants to play a game or not. We'll see.
It sounds like fun.
Do you want to take on the role of one of the Lords of Waterdeep?
Sounds pretty rad.
Alright then. Waterdeep. It's one of the big cities in the Forgotten Realms city of Dungeons and Dragons.
I know that. I used to play like a big game.
Lords of Waterdeep.
Do you want it to be on wood, or do you want it to be on the cloth?
Cloth, I guess, as long as there's nothing dirty on the cloth.
Sure.
Lords of Waterdeep is where you play the people running the city and sending all the adventurers off on their missions and that kind of thing. Basically, Faerun is the main continent in the Forgotten Realms. It is a setting. It is a world. The idea being, it is a world. It is a selection of these are the races, continents, and actions. It is a setting that you can play D&D, and it's one of the most popular ones. Just as there are other settings like Dark Sun, it's a desert, you know, kind of world with low or no magic. There are, let's see, Ravenloft, which is like a gothic horror setting. Forgotten Realms is a typical fantasy setting, but it has specific deities, it has specific individuals, it has specific locations that are all part of the setting. That if more than one people uses the same setting, they're telling a story theoretically in the same world.
Is half the city underwater?
That's the docks.
Oh. Why is there like walls?
Because you do not want enemy ships coming and attacking you on your port. They are defending themselves. And we have been playing just a couple of rounds so far. And they are slowly starting to understand it.
Sorry. It's a complicated game.
It is a complicated game, but there's a lot of nuance to it and things that you can do as you learn it. Yeah,
I'm liking it.
it's definitely the kind of game that you're investing now to learn and to play in the future. It's definitely what I hope to play in the future. And there are expansions I will eventually get that can add even more complicated stuff to it. But we'll play it this way a few times first. We're on a break. Ethan had to go to the bathroom. And I'm about to show what a mandatory quest is, because they haven't seen one yet, and I don't want to explain it, so I might as well use one so they understand. I still haven't decided who I'm going to put it on. But it looks like
Mandatory quest.
Ethan is further ahead in points right now, so maybe that. A few turns later, let's see, we got Mom, Ethan, I'm at 50, and we are going into round 5. We all get an extra agent.
Nothing to go.
Alright guys, collect your guys. I replaced that quest, you didn't replace that quest before.
It never even crossed my mind for a second that I could possibly win, Adam, until you said that.
Yeah, no, you are scary. You've already told us what your quest goal is, piety, and you have done a lot of piety quests. She might be winning. We're going on to the 8th round. Ethan is kind of far back, but I don't know what his quest goals are.
Ethan's kind of far back.
Mom's right on my time. And he's talking like a baby. Baby talk?
You're making fun of me.
You get to
so
go
is you-
first.
Yeah,
I
well,
wanted
Nah,
to go
sort of.
first.
I have an ambassador, so I technically get to go first. Ambassadors, they're fun like that.
They trump the first dude?
Yeah, before any other player's turn.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so we have now finished the final round, and we're all right there together. Ethan at 110, Mom and I at 112, right there together, and we're gonna calculate up our final scoring, and I'll see you after that. Before doing the Lords of Waterdeep, we have moved a little bit further. I am just a couple points ahead. And I really think my mom has this, because I think she was working on her. I think she was piety and that she did a lot of those. So we're going to see now from that. Ethan didn't do any on his. I had 2 of my related quests. Although I will say, I was Durnan the Wanderer, a retired adventurer. Durnan owns the Yawning Portal, a tavern that stands above the entrance to the Undermountain. And the Yawning Portal was the very first building that I purchased. That was like my first move in the game. However, my mom, she had 7 of her related quests, and so she's way up here.
But other things add, right?
That's it, you won.
I won?
You won.
Really? Cool! Alright. I'm just amazed.
No, yeah, you won.
I just figured with all of this stuff, it's going to count to be massive quantities of things, and I'm way down here.
Nope, you won. You got the quest.
You did.
So getting those things that you've got, that's the real clue.
It can be. I mean, I got some good quests that got me pretty far advanced. I didn't have opportunities for good
But
commerce
it's
or
really,
warfare.
It's all about points, and all of these things don't add up for points.
These can add up for points because of the things they help you with. The buildings add up that, and there is one of these guys that is for buildings. I love having the builder. I didn't get the builder. You rarely ever get the builder.
That was a fun game. It was
time to clean it up.
very hard.
Not a mess.
It was really
Clean up
hard.
time.
Now,
I had a lot of fun with that. And it also really blessed me how surprised my mom was that she won. I knew for a long time, because not knowing what was going on, she'd mentioned early on that I knew one of her goals was piety quests. She'd mentioned it, and I was like, well, you're supposed to keep that a secret, but at that point I'm keeping track, and she's doing so many piety quests, and I'm like, okay, she caught on to, okay, so that's a goal. She didn't seem to understand how much of a benefit that goal was. She just knew that was something she was supposed to do. And at the end, she blew past us. You know, we'd been so close together before those final points, and she just blew past us. But it was fun, and I enjoyed playing that. I have never played it without the expansions, and it's the first time I've played it since I got my own copy. So I really enjoyed that, and I hope to get to play it more frequently now that she kind of knows how it works. Otherwise, it is 10:50. It is late. I'm used to going to bed no later than 9. I have off to work tomorrow, so no worries, but I am really tired because I am up much later than I would normally be. So thank you for watching. Join me tomorrow, and bye.